the New York Times did an in-depth feature on how Trump's tariffs on Mexico have already all but eliminated the fentanyl labs down in Mexico because finally Scheinbaum is afraid of Trump and she understands the penalties will only get worse if she doesn't clean up the fentanyl labs. So now good luck finding one down there. That's the #1 killer of young people in America, fentanyl ODs. So yes, they're controversial, but they're working. And I think they have the promise to work long term, too.
As a lawyer, how concerned are you about due process? And in particular, for example, no one's got a problem with him kicking out serious criminal gang members, but there do seem to be some people, and we don't know probably enough to be factually certain about this because there's arguments on both sides, but some people seem to be slipping through the cracks here. Are you concerned that in the rush to enforce some of this stuff, due process is getting slightly trampled? Does that concern you?
Not really. I see this as all the Democrats making. First and foremost, they opened the floodgates. We had between 10 and 20 million illegals flood this country under Joe Biden. And now desperate measures are required. And that is why Trump is doing what he's doing. And he doesn't get any credit for shutting the border. I mean, we had hundreds of thousands crossing the border under Joe Biden every month. Now we have none. Now we have like maybe 7,000, which, I mean, we're never going to be able to tighten it entirely. And that's all thanks to President Trump and his executive order. So he has closed the border and stopped the flow. And now he's trying to deport those who took advantage of us under the Joe Biden asleep years. And yeah, there are going to be some small mistakes. I don't really care. I have to say, like, I have very little empathy for these illegals who broke our laws to come into our country and take advantage of our good hearts by getting on Medicaid and Medicare where they could, by getting Social Security numbers and then voting, which we've seen now, thanks to Elon and Doge, they've been doing, some of them. And so the ones who the only piece of the Trump deportation program that I do have some concerns about, and I need to research more, Piers, is I don't get why we get to put them in jail in El Salvador. I'm 100% fine with flights to Colombia and flights to El Salvador for that matter too. But if they haven't been adjudicated a criminal in a court of law, as opposed to just somebody who overstayed or came in illegally, normally the resolution is you're deported for that, not you go to prison. I have to figure out what's the legal basis for locking them up.